Did you ever notice how tension creeps in even when you're trying to relax? If you're intermediate or advanced, it's usually not in your head. It's physical habits, how your hand is meeting the key, how your wrist aligns, how long you hang on to notes. Today, I'll show you 4 sneaky habits that create tension and harsh tone, and the one unifying fix that makes all 4 disappear. A lot of pianists practice like athletes. Stronger fingers, push harder, no pain, no gain. But if you feel fatigue after practicing, burning forearms, stiff fingers, needing to shake your hands out, that's not progress. It's often the first warning sign that you're using the wrong muscles, and it's also a fast road to plateau or injury. Great playing isn't about finger power. It's about energy transfer, letting the arm weight travel through relaxed fingers into the key with the least effort for the biggest sound. Okay, let's go point by point. Point 1, overactive fingers. If you're curling your fingers to avoid the black keys or lifting them high and then pushing all the way into the key bed, your fingers are doing way more work than necessary. It's like running a marathon in cement sneakers. Speed, control, and tone are all much harder. Notice the really overactive fingers and the high lifting and curling. And often you'll see like fingers sticking up, like this. And notice after the sound starts, I'm still pushing at the bottom of the key. That's sometimes what makes the other fingers go up, especially the 5. Here's version 2. Same notes, but the fingers stay quiet. My arm is behind each finger, so the key gets moving easily. Once the sound begins, I'm done. No pushing. A key resists movement at first. When the arm isn't supporting the finger, the small finger muscles have to start the key on their own. The most important idea is simple. Get the arm weight behind the finger to start the key moving, and then stop pushing the instant the sound starts. After the sound begins, extra pressure doesn't improve the tone. It just adds tension and fatigue. Here's a quick drill that lets you feel it immediately. Put the pencil vertically on the key and let the key go down by releasing arm weight through the pencil. Now take the pencil away and try to keep the same organization and feeling while you play with one finger. If you can find that feeling that you felt when you played with the pencil for even one note, you can build it into scales, chords, everything. Next, even if your fingers are quiet, your wrist can sabotage you in a way that many pianists don't even notice. Point 2, wrist bending sideways towards the pinky. This one is sneaky because most pianists are not doing it consciously. It usually shows up when the thumb needs to black key or when either hand has to play in front of the body. The right hand low or the left hand high. And here's why it matters. When your wrist bends sideways, your finger tendons are pulling around a bent angle instead of a straight line. That makes every note cost more effort, and over time, it can build into tension and injury. It's hard to feel at first, but it is easy to see. I'm going to show you the opening of the Bach D minor invention, and I'll also show you my favorite check for it. First, what I do to help people see this movement that I'm talking about, so I like to draw a line on the arm with a washable marker. Here's version 1, the wrong way. And you see how the line has really kinked and it's turning towards the pinky. Okay, here is version 2. Watch the line now. It's going to stay much straighter. Same notes, much less strain. The fix. Keep your wrist long and centered and bring the hand to the note by moving from the whole forearm, not by folding sideways. Next, this one is the biggest invisible extra work habit. Point 3. Hanging on to notes too long. Watch closely. I play the figure and those fingers are still pressing after I leave the note. This is a Chopin Polonaise. Especially here, big stretch. That's invisible work. You can't hear it, but you feel it as tension as you're playing. Here's the right way to do it. The instant that I don't need a note, I release the key and I move my finger, hand, and arm. The hand should feel like it's emptying out after you get off a note. Now the stretch habit. This is where people start hurting themselves for no musical reason. Point 4, reaching by spreading the hand. To grab a distance, a lot of pianists spread the fingers sideways and then keep the hand held open as wide as possible while the music is moving. It feels like control, but it's one of the fastest way to get tired, and it often makes the sound harsher. This shows up constantly in Brahms, like Opus 116 number 3, the Capriccio, because the writing tempts you to cover the chord shape with your fingers instead of letting your arm carry you. Let me show you what that looks like and then the fix. First, I'm going to show you what many people would do in this spot. Watch my hand shape. I'm not going to hold the distance with my fingers spread apart. I keep the hand more together and I let the forearm move me to what I need to play next. The stretch is just a moment. It's not like my home base. Zooming out, this is often a stylistic misunderstanding. In Brahms and other romantic music, we need pedal and resonance, so you don't need to torture your hand by trying to do finger legato for everything. And here's the bigger point. No composer requires you to hurt your hand. If it ever comes down to it, release a note early, redistribute it, roll it, pedal it. There are musical solutions when things feel too stretchy. There is no musical solution to an injured hand. And if you're worried that people will notice, well, they usually won't. Bruno Repp did a study that showed that even pianists listening with the score catch only a small fraction of real note errors. So don't injure your hand trying to prove invisible legato. What people notice is the tone quality, and tension makes your tone sound harsh. Now here's the one unifying fix that makes all 4 points easier. Point 5, walking versus lunging. You can either lunge for the notes with your fingers or you can walk, shifting your arm support from finger to finger. Before I show you the hand part, we have to set up the body because you can't use arm support if your body isn't supporting your arm. First, sit on your sitting bones. Don't roll backwards on your thigh bones like that. Second, you want to sit tall, supported, not tight, but tall, with your head balanced on the top of your spine. And finally, check your distance from the keyboard. Your fingers should easily reach the keys. You don't want to feel like you're stretching, but you don't want to feel jammed up. And that's so that you can get your arm in the right positions that you need. Now I'm going to use a simple broken chord pattern so you can really see it. First, there's lunging. And that's when the fingers are doing the reaching, but the hand and the arm stay very still. Now, here's walking. Now the hand and arm are traveling as a unit, and the support is shifting from finger to finger. And here's the musical payoff. When you're walking the arm, dynamics get reliable. Listen to it pianissimo. And now, with a crescendo. You can play quietly without notes disappearing, and you don't get those random loud notes that bang out. Anytime the keys start to feel heavy, ask, am I walking or am I lunging? If you want a clear checklist for all this, I put it into a $14 photo guide plus video pack. It's 15 pages of pictures and 10 short demo videos. So you can quickly spot the tension traps in your setup, your wrist, your hand use, and correct them. The link is below. Here's the catch. Spotting the habit is the easy part. Undoing it is the work. Now, if you want another set of eyes inside my community, you can post a quick video or bring a trouble spot to one of our live Q&As, and I'll tell you exactly which habit is showing up and what to do instead. Link below. And if you're starting now, watch this next. Once your hands are freer, the next problem is getting fast without tension creeping back.